And Representative Jason Chaffetz joins us. Good evening, sir.
Hey, Greta.
Is it possible to destroy ISIS and also simultaneously manage the problem? I mean, I put the question to the panel. Are we sort of nitpicking, or is the president have a confusing message?
No, it's very confusing. The president seems to be a definite maybe. That is not what we need in the commander-in-chief of the United States of America. I think history will show that the president failed to deal with this about a year too late. We should have been dealing with this a year ago. Nevertheless, here we are today. We need a goal, we need an objective, and then we need a strategy. And it just does not feel that the president of the United States has his heart into it, because the moment he gets off the teleprompter, we get this different answer saying it's manageable. Manageable? That's when you're closing a lane on the freeway and you got to go down the freeway with 3 lanes instead of 4. Then you manage it. But this is ISIS. They want death and destruction to the United States of America.
What happens when Congress comes back to town and President Obama returns from the NATO summit?
Well, I think you'll see an increasing number of people from both sides of the aisle demanding that the President of the United States put forward an objective and be candid with the American people as to what is really going on. Didn't he deal with this when it was a little bit more contained, but when it spread into Iraq and when it spread into other places, and now when we hear these beheadings, which are just the most horrific things you ever see and can hear of, then he's thinking that maybe he ought to get a strategy? Come on, Mr. President, you've got to do better than that. You have to.
You know, in issues of war, we always hope that members of the House and the Senate and the President rise above politics, and politics has no role in when it comes to war. But I'm curious to what extent we are rapidly approaching the midterms. Are people going to, to what extent are members of the House, the Senate, and even the President going to be making decisions based on not what's right necessarily or what's their conviction, but on politics?
If there is a clear and present danger to the United States of America, the president has all the authority he needs right now to deal with it immediately. Now, I do think there is strength in the United States of America in a bipartisan way, standing up strong the way we do consistently in support of Israel, for instance. But we have got to come together as a nation. Set this aside. This is not political theater here.
What does that mean, though? Because, look, we can't get ISIS unless we go into Syria. Let's face it. That's where ISIS is starting. And nobody wants to admit that. And all the generals say we can't get them from the air. And so that's code for we've got to have boots on the ground. Nobody wants to put boots on the ground. Everybody is war-weary. No politician wants to do that. So where are we right now? If we really want to kill ISIS, what are we going to do?
We have to have the human intelligence. We have to have the signals intelligence. We have to act upon that intelligence in an immediate way. We have to form an international coalition of people, not listening to the UN, but actually leading people, joining together with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, others, and convincing them that we're on the right side of this. And I know there's some nefarious actors in that place, but look at what's going on. We have problems in chaos in Libya. We have problems in Egypt. We just a foreign policy that over the last 4.5, 5 years has just fallen off, and we have to deal with it seriously. The problem is, fundamentally, the President of the United States is not believed by the rest of the country. They don't trust him. They don't believe him. We have to get that credibility back.
And how does he do that? We only have 30 seconds left, but how do you get that?
Well, look, when the president puts out a red line, you have to act upon it. We are the United States of America. When our United States military is given a task, they will get it done. I have no doubt about their capabilities. But when it's ambiguous, when it's politically correct, when it's trying to be something that's, just all these different nuances, then it doesn't work. And that's the fundamental problem. We started to have that problem in Afghanistan. We had that problem in Iraq, and we're having that problem with ISIS. We're having that problem with President Obama. That's the fundamental problem. Their elections have consequences, and this is one of the consequences.
Congressman, thank you, and we look forward to having you on the set when you